Welcome to Real Talk Real Women. My name is Miriam Khalladi and today we have Nicole Leier from Vancouver, Canada on the show. Welcome Nicole, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me on this show. I'm so excited.
Let's start at the beginning. What got you into fitness? Where were you always this healthy and athletic?
No, my story is much different than most of the other people who are in the health and fitness industry. And I am also a newbie. I am just starting my journey. Earlier on in my life, I have suffered from anorexia and I was hospitalized, as well as when I came out of that transition and started to begin the healing process, I put on a lot of weight because my metabolism was very messed up. So the health and fitness and actually figuring out how to eat properly and to be healthy is a lifestyle that, much like many other people, is an everyday process for me, and I have to work very hard at keeping it consistent. Consistency is a huge part of it, and every day is a work in progress for me.
Now you also host your own TV show, Kiss My Incoming Apps. How did that come about?
Well, to be honest, I'm a big believer in doing what you say you do. So the idea came about between myself and our producer, Rebecca Herring, and I really wanted to show people that it was possible to go through the motions and to come out on the other side. And I'm somebody who doesn't like to do things halfway. I really like to do it to the extreme. So I wanted to be able to do it, and I wanted to be able to become healthy and also to have abs. That's a huge part of it for me, is to know that I can do this and to achieve that goal. But I wanted to inspire people and to learn from other people on our show. So it came about by not just wanting to do it, but to show people that it was possible. Because I believe that you have to do something. You can't just tell somebody to do it. You have to show them that you're doing it. Yeah, believing is a huge part of it. So that's how the show came about. I wanted to share with people that really, if I could do it, anybody could do it, because it's a huge thing to try and lose weight, and to keep the weight off is even a bigger goal. A lot of people lose weight, but they don't end up keeping it off. And so that's what the show is about. And the show is really for those people who don't have abs. It's called Kiss My Incoming Abs, because I don't have abs. And I hope one day I will, and I think that it is very possible, but I'm still in the learning process of that.
Amazing. I know that you're currently preparing for a big competition in August and are documenting every step of the way. How has logging everything helped you make so much progress, and what advice could you give people when it comes to documenting their progress?
I think the most important thing when you're documenting your progress is to be honest, to actually show what's going on. And it has been very difficult. The biggest thing that I've learned through the process is that I have so much respect for the people who do these competitions, and I don't think we give enough respect to the bikini pros and the bikini champions out there, because what they are doing is they are not selling anything. What they are doing is they are extreme athletes, and through the process, I have learned that this sport is extreme dedication and extreme work. I mean, I'm up at 4 a.m. Some of the other girls get up at 3 a.m. to do what they need to do to get it done. But I guess the biggest thing for me is the amount of respect that I have for the bikini competitors and the people who do this fitness industry, especially the bikini competitors. I really look up to them, and what I'm learning through my process is that this is an extreme sport, and the amount of respect, I just think that they need to have a lot more respect given to them for what they're doing.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
anybody who's tried to do a competition will learn and understand what I'm saying now.
How often do you look back at your journals and how do you then go and make adjustments?
I look at my journals about every month to every 2 months. And something that I've noticed is you have to make the change from even writing about it and talking about it, and you have to make the change into doing it. And that's the biggest change that I've done, is throughout my life I did a lot of talking about having abs. I did a lot of talking about being healthy and eating like a fitness model and researching the magazines. And then I did a lot of journaling about, doing those things. And the biggest thing is that you have to do it. No one is going to do this for you. And if you're listening to this beautiful show or any of these stories that are on this show, what you have to realize is that your husband is not going to help you do this. Your mother, your father, your children, nobody is going to help you do this. You have to do it for yourself. And that's the only person that can do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where things just haven't been going the way you would have wished? How do you deal with those times?
I do something that is called the U-turn. And I think this is a very valuable tool, and everybody should have this in their toolkit because sometimes there's going to be something that's happening. And for me, my biggest weakness is popcorn and red wine. And I don't care who you are and how many competitions you've done and how healthy you are, you're going to have something in your life where you can't resist it. So you need to have sometimes that cheat meal. You need to have that little treat sometimes, and then you need to do a U-turn and get right back on track and not forget about your real goal and why you're doing this. So the U-turn is what I use, and you can't be upset and you can't be angry. You have to plan. You have to say, okay, once a month or once a week, I'm going to have some popcorn or some red wine, and then I'm going to do a U-turn and get right back on track and keep going towards what you want. And go hard. It's a lot harder than people think. I thought that I'd have a coach or, meet somebody, or there was a box and all the secrets were in the box and the box would open up and I'd have all the answers. Well, there's no box. You just have to do the work.
Right. How important has the support of your family and loved ones been? Did your environment respond to the new you?
Well, I have an interesting story because I'm not very close with my mother or my father. As a matter of fact, I just found my biological father a year ago. So I grew up not having a very large support system in regards to these sorts of things. Now I have a beautiful fiance and I have the most amazing producer on Kiss My Incoming Abs, and the support system is there. But I do believe that some things you have to dig deep and you have to do them on your own. A support system is very important and you should make sure that you have one, but you have to hold yourself accountable and you have to realize that the world is not always kind. And sometimes the support system is maybe the reason you're not reaching your health and fitness goals. There's going to be birthday parties and family gatherings, and sometimes at those gatherings, the appropriate food, the appropriate carbs, fats, and proteins aren't there for you to be eating, and you're just going to have to dig deep. So for me, it's really been about finding myself and keeping myself strong and realizing that these decisions are decisions that are life-changing, but also working very closely with the team of people that we have here. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my journey. I wouldn't want it any other way.
What is the most important lesson you've learned this far and why?
I think the most important lesson that I've learned is that you have to eat to lose weight. And I I took a long time to learn this, and you really, people will read the magazines and you look at the stars and the celebrities, because I'm still fairly new to this, and you say they can't be eating all of this food. They can't. There's no way. Look at the size of them and look at, what they say they're eating. They're eating all the food. They really are. You eat 6 times a day. You eat the appropriate amount for your body, and you work with somebody who knows what they're doing. And this lesson, I had to learn it maybe 10, 15 times, where I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that you had to eat food to be healthy and to get to a competition. And I eat more food than I've ever eaten in my life right now. My coach has me eating so much food, and my fiance is in shock. I mean, I eat more than a full-grown man right now. It's hilarious. So that was a really hard lesson for me to learn, is you got to eat your food.
Many women out there are struggling with being overweight and want to do something, but are not sure where to start. What would you say to them?
I would say it's possible. It gets easier. Never give up and start extremely small. The first thing that I would tell somebody is to take this month and start drinking 2 liters of water a day and don't do anything different. And the next month, start to do something else. Don't do it all at once because you're setting yourself up for failure. Also, I would highly recommend finding somebody who can help you, whether it's a friend that works out with you once a week, or if you can get a personal trainer that knows what they're doing with the appropriate certifications. I would highly recommend that. But start small and move slow because that way the changes will be for the rest of your life.
Great advice. You state on your website that you believe the best way to inspire others is to be inspired. What do you mean by that?
For me, I am still a newbie. I am so honored to be on your show today, and I'm in shock. But for me, I look up to people like Ebony, and there's an amazing amount of WBFF pros and IFBB pros. And these people, they all have a story. I don't think I've met one person that doesn't inspire me. And I think sometimes the world becomes lonely and you think you're by yourself. The people in this fitness industry, they will open up. If you need inspiration, you just need to open your eyes, and they are so lovely. Jen Joelle, Chatty Dunmore, none of these women are people who haven't come out of either having children or being obese. Jen Joelle is somebody who I look up to massively. She's about the same height as me. We're both quite short.
Me too.
And yeah, and she lost about the same amount of weight as me, and it's so inspirational. And she emails you back. Ashley Horner. She has 3 children, and she's doing this, and everyone's very accessible. So if you look around you, there's so much inspiration, and I can't believe how warm and welcoming these women are. It's really a beautiful thing. It's a very powerful thing. So what I really mean it when I say you have to find your inspiration, because if you don't have inspiration, you just need somebody to look up to. And I find that in a lot of different ways: traveling, people, and opportunities, art, books.
Let's talk about your goals. Can you share some goals with our viewers?
Well, one of the big ones that we haven't told a lot of people is I'm actually going to be competing in 8 weeks. I've been doing really well with my training, and so we're going to be doing a local show here. And my goals for this year are to do two shows, 2 WBFF shows, and to do this trial run show. So in 8 weeks' time, I should be achieving that goal. And my next goal after that is to really continue to help people. My dream is to open a clinic one day to help morbidly obese people find love, because I believe that sometimes people overeat because there's a lack of love. So I want to one day help these people. That's a huge goal in my life. But starting small, making sure that I'm doing it myself first. So we'll do these 3 competitions this year and then continue to help as many people as I can.
Great, and I'm sure you will do great.
Thank you.
And where can people learn more about you online?
They can find me online. We have kissmyincomingabs.com. They can also at any time feel free to Facebook my personal page. And also, if anybody needed more information, they can contact our producer, Rebecca Herring. She's also available through our Facebook page.
Great, and I will make sure to put all the links below this video.
Can I say a few thank yous to a few people?
Yeah, absolutely. I was asking you, is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, I have a few people that have made a lot of things possible. So I'd like to say thank you to Cindy Leier. She sponsors me with clothes, and her clothes are very beautiful. And I'd also like to say thank you to the Edge Bar. They're a beautiful local company here, and they've recently sponsored the show as well. Rebecca Herring, and there's a ton of other people who've helped me as well. So there's so many people out there. Sorry. Oh, and of course my trainer, Claire Hayes. She's a huge one. She's the only person that's gotten me to this point, and a lot of these people have believed in me when no one else would believe in me, and that means the world. And you for having me on this show. I mean, you had Tascarina on this show, and now I'm on this show. I can't believe it. Thank you so much.
And I would like to thank you so much. I really enjoyed having you on my show. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. My name is Miriam Khalladi, and I will see you on the next episode of Real Talk, Real Women.